Yeah, Mr. Setlugani here from Johannesburg, all the way in. He's from Investec's CSI team, and a big part of what they do at Investec is support entrepreneurs in their development, in the building of their companies, as well as in some fundraising instances. So we've asked this man to tell us a little bit about why they, as a global multinational investment bank, support entrepreneurship and why it's important to the context of South Africa that entrepreneurs succeed. Seth, can I hand over to you? Sure. Brilliant.
I think you may need to turn off the mic just because I have a natural loud voice. And now if you couple that with the mic, we will be in trouble. OCFO, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for the invitation for me to be part and parcel of this evening in response to the question, why should entrepreneurs in SA raise funds? As a social investment practitioner, I consider myself a social entrepreneur, which inevitably informs the lens through which I will respond to the question why entrepreneurs in SA ought to fundraise. And firstly, I really want to say, let me start off by saying that in the face of real day-to-day socio-economic challenges, South Africa cannot afford to look to government alone to address these many social ills or to make a difference. But most importantly, we therefore should seek the active participation of ordinary folk, local and international NGOs, philanthropists, and established businesses such as Investec to try and make a difference in society. But I think most importantly, we must acknowledge and encourage the possible participation of emerging entrepreneurs in helping alleviate the pressures that South Africa faces on a day-to-day. Unemployment is the biggest hurdle for our country to overcome in meeting its national development goals and of eliminating poverty and reducing inequality. And we know that no sustainable government should ever be regarded as an employment agency, such as ours often is. That's a problem. And then the biggest job creators in any vibrant economy are businesses. Therefore, the pressure is on us to have as many startups as we possibly can. In other words, we can never, ever have enough startups in a South African context. So one of the most important reasons why entrepreneurs should fundraise, to the extent to which there are possible investors keen to support such, is for startup purposes. We have to have as many as these as possible. We can never, ever have enough. You know, there are two ways to launch a business, with or without funding. Right? That's what it is. However, the majority of startups fall into the second category. Right? To a point where you entrepreneurially minded individuals have even given it a name. What do you call it? Bootstrap. Right? And yes, we must acknowledge that while bootstrapping happens, in some instances it's not viable and hence the need for possible fundraise. So entrepreneurs in South Africa must fundraise to directly contribute to the number of businesses that are started in this country. Please be reminded that we must be cognizant of the high number of people who remain excluded from active economic participation. I can't help but go back to the June-July unrest, and I'm not trying to justify it. Will not in any shape try to justify those unrests. But the biggest challenge in this country is there are way too many people who are not invested. There are way too many people in this country who've got very little to lose. And our responsibility is to return people back to the economic table. So, of course, money is the backbone of any business, and availability of funds is essential. I mean, during the first year of operation, lack of funds is the most common problem faced by SMEs, and one of the many main reasons why we see them shut down. Then we move on to the next reason, besides startup purposes, is you see, besides making money, entrepreneurs seek to solve everyday problems, meet needs, and ease pain points through their products, services that are delivered in deliberately structured and oriented businesses. So I'll give an example. Being an educational enthusiast, I can't help but be engulfed in a state of despair when looking at the state of our South African public schooling system, which is quite frankly in ICU. Yet I'm encouraged by the possibility of people such as yourselves who will see nothing but opportunity to derive and add value in this space, either through the creation of low-cost schools, online learning platforms, and many other viable solutions. The point that I'm really trying to drive home is this. In a country such as ours, beset by so many challenges, which in themselves are opportunities for entrepreneurially minded individuals such as yourselves, we must encourage fundraising that is to go towards businesses that deliver value by turning each and every single societal challenge into a business opportunity. We have to fundraise in a way that will enable us to cleverly combine commercial and community issues in a way that improves the lives of people. In this way, entrepreneurs have to fundraise in pursuit of making a meaningful difference and contribution in society. I told you that my lens was a particular lens. Never in South Africa has there ever been such a crying need for entrepreneurs who do not only succeed, but who have the ability to positively impact and transform communities and broader society. Addressing such challenges may require you to invest in innovation capacity. So sometimes entrepreneurs should fundraise for research and development purposes. It's also equally important, particularly in a country such as ours, where we should seek to continuously look for innovative solutions. Another reason why entrepreneurs in SA should fundraise is for expansion and growth purposes. We've got to do this. Because getting a new business venture started, making it sustainable, and being able to grow, it's no easy task, granted. But the expansion of our business's local footprint, either in the form of establishing additional factories, stores, strengthening our distribution side and platform and ability, ought to be the focus too. And it's never financially easy. Hence, the need to fundraise. Equally, your next fundraise may very well enable your big dreams. For example, that of making bold moves. That's what we should do. That's what we should encourage entrepreneurs to do. Changing tact from being a locally focused business to being a globally focused business. Remember, South Africa has a lot to offer the world. Never downplay that ability. So in this instance, we would fundraise to better position ourselves to take full advantage of growth opportunities. Never forget that the bigger you become, the more difference you can make. In the end, when all is said and done, we ought to accept that entrepreneurship is a channel to make a difference. And through it, we must foster, as much as possible, the emergence and growth of businesses that have a positive social environmental impact. In the growth and success of your business lies the growth and success of many other people. That's why we ought to go out and fundraise. That's why we ought to go out and grow these businesses. And the pace of inclusion is not happening fast enough. And my challenge to you as I conclude is to seek opportunities that enable us. If we were poised to succeed in 10 years, how do we fast track the pace at which we can succeed? Because we ought to lift others as we rise. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and I wish you a wonderful evening.